Hello and welcome to Desmond's Donders. This week for the Wednesday waffle, I decided it was my turn. So here I am.
Hello and welcome to this week's Wednesday waffle. What am I going to waffle about this week? The usual. With a twist. I'm going to talk to you about next week's videos. I'm going to tell you about what happened at the weekend. I'm going to talk about something. I'm going to talk about... I'm in doubt whether to mention what I'm going to talk about. You'll switch off now. It's a touchy subject, but I'm going to come back to it. And after all of that, Lindsay wants to have a word. Special guest star this week. So at the weekend we were at Dalgety Wood, and it was a pleasant enough weekend. We had a good time. The joke is that Lindsay tried to kill me. We combined both the walks. We walked up to the castle from the car park one way and went back another. Nearly 3 miles. And at one point Lindsay says, it's only the first part of the return up that hill that's uphill. The rest of it's fine. She'd done the walk 3 years ago. So off we went. Now, it was all uphill. And when the videos come out, you'll see a problem caused by the Forestry Commission. Means that they've got a little bit of path maintenance to do. And that and the hill nearly killed me. But there you go. The videos for that will come out in the new year. Videos this week, carrying on to those, see how smooth that is. You wouldn't believe it, would you? It wasn't scripted. Are halfway done. The final video from that, as it were, the second video, is on Friday from Toscaig and various points between and up the Bilachna Bar. Thank you. I knew you'd be joining in at some time. It's the only time I ever hear from her is when the camera's on. She seems to know. Where was I? Yes. It's about the NC 500 as well. I like it. I like that particular part of it, I should say. Anyway, next week we're at Aberlour, the Lynn Falls and the river. It's another one where I snuck off by myself and Lindsay turned up later with food. But there you go. Okay. Before we move on, let me get this out of the way. Something has got me really riled, really angry, conflicted in a way. But here we are in a situation with a global pandemic. I suppose each country's dealing with it in a different way. Within the United Kingdom, Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and England are dealing with it differently. Currently, the areas around the Central Belt, 11 county areas, are in a Scottish Tier 4. Now that is virtually a lockdown, except the schools are in and working. There's more to it than that, but it is, it's a lockdown by any sense of the word lockdown. Up here, I'm lucky enough to be in the level 1 area, which means I can travel to area 2, to tier 2 areas or other tier 1 areas. I can travel through a tier 4 to get to someplace, but I have to stay on the main roads and not stop. That's just the rules. That's the way it is up here. Now, tier 3 and tier 4 areas aren't allowed to travel. You can't go into a 3 or stay in a 4. You can't, if you're in a 4, you can't stay in a 4. You have to live there. You can't travel unless it's essential that you go. Well, there's been a couple in the press And it was obviously essential that they went to visit a hospital in a level 4 area of Scotland, which you had to travel to get to from England. A travel ban in that level 4 area applies to them as well as anybody. And if you don't know who them are, it's a certain royal couple. Yeah, that one day may be the king and his wife of this country. Somebody needs to explain to them what a constitutional monarch is, and that the rules of said constitutional monarchy apply to them in the same way as they apply to everybody else. Enough said. Lindsay's coming next, and after that, I may be back. But to make sure you come back, I'll put some drone footage on as well. No, I don't want to say too much about it, but I've had my say. In fact, I am going to say one more piece on it, because this is the bit that finally riled me up. An ex-editor, a past editor, a former editor of that poison pen letter, The Sun, dared to personally attack another leader, a leader of this country, and a leader in this country who, as far as we can tell, is not like the leaders in England. Enough. Here's Lindsay.
So here I am, going to waffle on probably for about 5 minutes. But I was thinking about this time last year when we were when David was doing all our plans for our great English invasion of going down to Avebury and Stonehenge and meeting up with all the YouTube people that we met up with that we're now very grateful to call friends, and thinking if we tried to do that this year, it wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't even cross into the central belt of Scotland because of COVID. So maybe we should just be grateful for what we've had and what we've actually got, and remember the good times, and remember that the good times will eventually come back. We're all still here, thankfully. We're all still in relatively good health. And maybe we should be grateful for the small things. Personally, I only spent 3 weeks in the house during the first lockdown because obviously we were all furloughed off work, and then work decided that we should all go back. None of us were very happy about going back, but then I wasn't very happy being stuck in the house neither. I appreciate that we're very lucky where we live because we have trees, water, hills and the sea not too far away, and other people are not as lucky as we are. And like I said, you have to be grateful for what you've got. So at this time of the year, everybody starts thinking about the plans for next year, what they want to do, and basically just making plans. Maybe we should stop making plans and start living, and just live for the day we're actually in, because none of us are promised tomorrow. Something, I'm not wishing ill on anybody, but it's just maybe start living for now, not wait until tomorrow. If you get the chance to do something today, do it. If you get a chance to make a phone call to a friend that you haven't spoken to for a long time, do it. If you see somebody on the street, smile, say good morning, good afternoon. You never know, you might be the first person that's actually spoken to them for a couple of days, a couple of hours, or maybe a couple of weeks. You might make somebody's day just by actually acknowledging they're there. So don't do it tomorrow, do it today, please. And I would like to wish each and every one of you a very happy Christmas and the very best wishes for 2021. And here's hoping that we have a better year than this year. Take care, everyone, and please stay safe. Bye.
thank you for watching this week's Desmond's Donuts. Please take nothing but memories, leave nothing that tracks. We hope you enjoyed it and you'll join us next time. In the meantime, please think about subscribing.